It was in a lane late one evening. Oh, when a tramp called to beg a meal, they gave him half of what they had now. Can you imagine just how they did feel? Oh, the man was out and he was trying to catch a rabbit. His wife and children for to feed. While he was gone, a tramp did a visit. Oh, he came and did his family this good deed. Oh, they sat for hours and they felt the hunger, and not knowing if they would survive. Oh, their faith brought to them an angel dressed as a tramp.
Whereabouts did Romany history start, and like many different places for different ones?
Well, it could be all over the place. It could be India. Most it's from India.
What, like, just general things, just general, like, I don't know, facts, general facts about Romanies?
You want to know how they live?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Right, all right. Oh, you listen to all the stories? Right, yeah. Well, they used to live in rented tents. Yeah, then they come to the wagons, as you can see. Wagons. Yeah. And there used to be families of them. Sometimes they used to have 5 kids, sometimes they used to have 7. It all depends how many kids they've got. And some of them, the girls used to live in the wagon with mum and dad. The boys used to lay underneath the wagon with a cloth round the bottom like a tent. That's where they used to live. And every morning they get up, they've got to see to the horses, make sure they're washed and changed. Then they used to go and sell pegs. Before they could go and sell pegs, they had to make the pegs. Hey, look! And when they cook the food, they cook it outside. They don't cook it in the caravan, they cook it outside, around the fire. And all the kids used to be around the fire with the mums and dads and horses and dogs, whatever animals they had.
Just how they did feel.
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, the man was out and he was trying to catch a rabbit. His wife and children for...
Where does the vardo come from?
Well, where did this one come from? This one comes from up north. And this particular one, 2 years ago, that come from Piltdown in Sussex. And we bought this one. We bought 2 of them, matter of fact, from Piltdown in Sussex. And when we got it back, a mate of ours, the old wagon people, he knew exactly who owned this wagon. And it turned out Joey was the builder of this wagon, and he went up to up north and see the artist who painted it, who painted for the gypsies. His name was Yorkie. And the original paint under this, what Yorkie painted, this artist, was red, was maroon. So we've got photos of it when it was new, and this is a one-off wagon. It's the only one that Joey made. It's 10 foot. All wagons, or most of them, are 9'6", or a little bit bigger. But this one, it was a special order for a Welsh family, wasn't it, by the name of Opie Price. Opie Price. And he had it built 10 foot because he lived in it all year round.
Yes, I know him, Odie Sykes.
Opie Price.
Yeah,
most of the hippies, or new age as they call themselves. Where's the old age? Yeah. They're trying to be gypsies. They're trying to be what they can't be. It's your birthright. You know.
We're gypsies by blood.
We're gypsies by blood.
Yeah, quite.
And it's like people say, like, you've lived in one of these for a while, then you're a gypsy. You're not a gypsy if you lived in them till you die. You can be born in one and die in one and still not be a gypsy. A gypsy is what you are. Some of them
That's nice ones, yeah.
when you're in there,
There's two can lay on there. Well, your little child can lay under the bottom. One can lay on the floor. Then you have that's your bread cupboard here, put your food in here. Then you have a little stove here, a little queenie stove with 2 rings on it. And the chimney goes through the top here. And then you do a bit of cooking on there and keep them warm as well. So that's nice, you know what I mean? Yeah. Any questions?
Is this one of the smallest ones?
No, this is a big one. This is a big wagon, this is. The others are smaller, about 2 foot smaller than this. But you've got more room in this wagon.
What's
If
the
you've got more chalk, you put a tilt or canvas around the bottom and they lay under the bottom.
What's the maximum amount of people you could fit in here?
Well, 7 or 8. In a Reading wagon, it's the same size, I've known 9 people live in it. Because they used to lay underneath it.
So Reese, would you like to live in a trailer?
No, it's a bit small.
And there's no water supply and it's a bit...
So Melissa and Tom, how many people does the trailer sleep?
So what do you think it would be like living in one of these?
Well, I wouldn't really like to live in one because it's really small inside and there isn't much storage space.
Jordan?
Not any supply of water or showers, that's a bit, you know.
Thank you.
I don't want no guilty mansion. Well, I don't want no lovely home. You gave to me the bright blue sky and the song of a thrush as she flies away. Roaming all round the country, life it will just suit me. Well, I am a Romany, everyone know, and a Romany still I shall be. It was a faded picture. It was in a lane late one evening. Oh, when a tramp called to beg a meal, they gave him half of what they had now. Can you imagine just how they did feel? Oh, the man was out and he was trying to catch a rabbit.
This kind of, the wood,
It's
hazel.
The wood is hazel because it bends easy. It's flexible, it's light. You don't need big structure frame. You just need small hazel, bends easy, and old self-cloth.
Yeah. So, I mean, presumably what happens is when you set up, you find the nearest hazel grove and cut new hazel.
You can cut fresh hazel, but a lot of them, if they was moving and they knew they wouldn't much hazel, they'd take the rods with them. Right.
Because they're all bent to the shape, so they're all ready, all done, you know what I mean?
If the ground was right, you could sort of put one up in 20 minutes. When we put this up, it's just one layer of felt and we'll put a sheet over the top. We might not even put a sheet over the top just to show you what it's like. Sure. If you go and look at the old photos, what they've got up there, that's like that felt and things up there. You'll feel the warmth in here already. Wanted, you know, you can make big ones, small ones. Most of them weren't even this height. They're sort of 3'6", you know, yeah, which held your body.
So the smaller the better, really.
Smaller the better, especially
if your body kept warm.
Yeah. So are these still used?
No, the only people who use these or think they use them is the
Late one evening, oh, when a tramp called to beg a meal, they gave him half of what they had now.
It's an easy way of life. It's an easy shelter to put up if you never had much in the way of shelter. You know?
And the structure's always the same, is it, like this?
It's always the same. it's a thing that ain't changed for probably 1,000 years.
While he was gone, a tramp did a visit. Oh, he came and did his family this good a deed. Oh, they sat for hours and they felt the hunger, and not knowing if they would survive. Oh, their faith brought to them an angel.
Don't want no guilty mansion. Well, I don't want no lovely home. You gave to me the bright blue sky and the song of a thrush as she flies away. Roaming all round the country, life it will just suit me. Well, I am a Romany, everyone know, and a Romany still I shall be.